Side-by-side bar charts can look intimidating at first. Two charts, many categories, and suddenly students do the same thing over and over. They list every number they see. That is the trap. It feels safe, but it usually turns into data dumping. And in IELTS Academic Writing Task 1, that is exactly what you want to avoid. Because this is not a math test, it is an analysis test. The task is simple in theory and demanding in practice. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. That word, comparisons, is your anchor. With dual bar charts, you are not describing two separate pictures. You are building one clear argument about what matters most across both charts. So let's reset the mindset. Side-by-side bar charts usually show static data, which means there is no timeline to follow. Nothing is rising, nothing is falling. No trend is unfolding in front of you. You are looking at a snapshot in time, and that changes everything. Instead of thinking what happened first, you should ask, what are the strongest contrasts, the biggest categories, and the clearest relationships? That small shift is what separates weak Task 1 writing from Band 7 style control. Here is the 4-step framework. Step 1 is paraphrase the prompt. Do not copy the question. Rephrase it accurately using synonyms and a natural academic style. If the prompt says the bar charts compare, you can write that the charts illustrate or show, and if it mentions preferences, expenditure, or participation, keep that meaning but change the wording. The introduction should be short, clean, and factual. One sentence is often enough. Step 2 is write a clear overview. This is where many students lose marks because they dive straight into details and forget the big picture. A strong overview identifies the highest figures, the lowest figures, and the most noticeable patterns across both charts, but it does not include too many numbers. Think of it as the map of your report. You are telling the examiner what stands out before you prove it. Here is the part most students miss. The body paragraphs should not follow the charts one by one. If you describe chart A completely and then chart B completely, you usually end up repeating yourself, and you miss opportunities to compare. The Band 7 descriptors reward data that is appropriately categorized, which means you should group logically. Step 3 is body paragraph grouping. Think in clusters, not columns. If the charts show preferences, spending, or participation across several categories, group the dominant categories together in body paragraph 1. These are usually the highest values, the most important segments, or the most closely related features. Then use body paragraph 2 for the remaining lower value categories, the outliers or the premium segments that behave differently. For instance, if two categories are far ahead of the rest, they belong together. If two smaller categories are similar, they also belong together. If one item is much lower than everything else, that may deserve special emphasis in the second paragraph. The goal is not to force equal-length paragraphs. The goal is to make the logic obvious. This is where data dumping disappears. You are no longer trying to mention everything. You are choosing what deserves attention. Step 4 is use precise comparative language. Static charts need static language. That means you should avoid trend verbs like increased, fell, climbed, or declined unless the chart actually shows a time element. If there is no year, no period, and no change over time, then write in the simple present tense. Use phrases that compare, contrast, and position the data clearly. Say one category takes the lion's share. Say another is eclipsed by the leading group. Say two figures are nearly identical or strikingly parallel. Say one segment is markedly higher than the rest or in stark contrast to the smallest category. These expressions help you sound analytical without sounding dramatic. And remember, accuracy matters more than exactness. You do not need to force every number into your sentences. In fact, controlled approximations often sound more natural and more precise in IELTS writing. You can say nearly, roughly, just over, just under, or around when that is the cleanest way to report the data. The examiner wants clear reporting, not robotic number stacking. The examiner wants clear reporting, not robotic number stacking. Now let's talk about the body paragraphs in a little more detail, because this is where your score really comes together. In body paragraph 1, start with the strongest cluster. You might describe the categories with the highest bars or the two charts' dominant shared pattern. Then support that statement with one or two carefully selected figures. Not every figure, just the ones that prove the point. In body paragraph 2, move to the remaining categories and compare them against the first group. This is the perfect place for contrast. Maybe the figures drop sharply. Maybe the second chart shows a different ranking. Maybe one category stays stable while another is far lower than expected. Again, you are not cataloging. You are interpreting. That distinction is important because coherence and cohesion are not just about linking words. They are about logical sequencing. If your paragraphs are built around comparison groups, your report feels controlled and easy to follow. If your paragraphs are built around isolated charts, your response feels scattered. Another rule matters here. Stay objective. Do not explain why the data looks this way. Do not invent causes. Do not add opinions. If the chart shows that one category is larger, report that it is larger. If one is smaller, state that clearly. Task 1 rewards what is visible on the page, not what you think might be happening behind it. This is also why the official guidance is so useful. IELTS tells you to select the main features and make comparisons where relevant. The British Council emphasizes the overview. IDP warns against robotic line-by-line description, missing comparisons, and adding reasons or opinions. In other words, the test keeps telling you the same thing from different angles. Choose well, group well, and compare well. And that gives you real freedom. Because once you stop trying to say everything, the task becomes easier. You are not under pressure to describe every bar. You are under pressure to identify the most important relationships. That is a much smaller job and a much smarter one. So before you write your final answer, check 3 things. First, did I paraphrase the prompt accurately? Second, did I write an overview with the biggest features without drowning in statistics? Third, did I group the body paragraphs logically and use precise comparative language in the simple present tense? If you can answer yes to all 3, you are already far ahead of the typical data dumping response. Side-by-side bar charts do not reward volume, they reward control. So group logically, select carefully, stay objective, and let the comparisons do the work. Pause the video and practice this on a real chart.